For review today, we are going to look at our word machines, and we're going to look at the words that have the I sound in the middle, since we have talked about the letter I today. So let's look at our word machine. Ooh, having some technical difficulties.
Dig. Dig.
Now you say it.
Dig. Dig.
All right, I'm going to change the letter. Okay, ready? Pig.
Pig. Pig.
Okay. Okay, ready? I. N.
Pen. Pen.
Pin. Okay, we're going to do one more. I. N.
Tin.
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 Okay, boys and girls, this and parents, this game, he's still talking to me back there. This game is on Starfall, but I do believe it is one of the areas that you would have to pay for if you wanted to play this game. But it's a very easy activity that you could do at home using just little pieces of paper that you've written letters on. Parents, it's very important for children at this point to be sounding out those consonant, vowel, consonant words, just simple 3 little letter words like what we practice on. Ask them to sound out the words, as well as, just like I do every day during practice, ask them to tell you the sounds that they hear in a CVC word. And then once they can tell you those sounds that they hear in those words, then take the letters and spell them. We've worked really hard on that this year, and it is a skill that they most desperately need in order to go to first grade. So this is a fun activity. If you decide to download the app on an iPad or a phone or anything, you can do this little letter machine, and it's got, it does it for all the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. It's not required, obviously, but it is just something that I wanted to put up here for extra practice for us. All right, we are going to real quick for extra practice along with our word machine that we just played, we're going to think about our beginning sounds, boys and girls. And so I have an apple tree and my apples have pictures on them. Let's look at my first apple. This is a picture of a penguin. What sound does penguin start with? P. Does pig or chair begin with P? Pig. Good job. We have an egg. Egg. Which picture begins with, or what sound does egg begin with? Eh. Which picture begins with eh? Olive or elephant? Elephant begins with eh, like egg. This is a picture of an goat. Goat. Which picture begins with g, like goat? Guitar or towel? Guitar and goat begin with g. This is a picture of a nest. What sound does nest begin with? N. Which picture begins with n, like nest? Violin or necklace? Necklace. Good job. This is a picture of a key. What sound does key begin with? K. Which picture begins with k? Yarn or kite? K, k, kite. This is a picture of an octopus. What sound does octopus begin with? Ah. Which picture begins with ah? Quilt or olive? Olive. This is a picture of a vase. What sound does vase begin with? V. Which picture begins with V? Violin or rainbow? Violin. This is a picture of a yo-yo. What sound does yo-yo begin with? Y. Which picture begins with y? Chair or yarn? Yarn. This is a picture of a queen. What sound does queen begin with? Cool. Which picture begins with cool? Towel or quilt? Quilt and queen begin with cool. This is a picture of a chicken. What sound does chicken begin with? Ch. Which picture begins with ch? Towel or chair? Chair. Okay, we have a tooth. What sound does tooth begin with? T. Does rainbow or towel begin with t? Towel. And last, we have rainbow and ring. What sound do they begin with? R. Rainbow and ring. They both begin with R. All right. Boys and girls and parents, don't forget we also have our letter naming practice for our homework that I need for you to practice at home. You set a minute on the timer, point and say those letters. You also have sentences this week to practice. There are words to sound out, and the words that are underlined are sight words. So you will take your pointer finger and you will read those sentences to your mom or your dad.